All right, hello everyone and welcome. Today we are going to dive into 25 new words from WordSmart List 13. Now, instead of just trying to memorize a long random list, we're going to do something much smarter. We're going to connect these words in logical groups. This way you'll actually understand them on a deeper level, and I promise it'll be so much easier to remember. So you ready? Let's get started.
So, here's our game plan for today. First, we'll look at words that describe people and their roles. Then, we'll dive into some really strong feelings and emotions. After that, we'll tackle words about power and control. Then move into the creative world of art and language. And we'll wrap it all up with a few words about processes and time. It's a clear path, and it's going to make learning these a breeze.
Okay, let's kick things off with our first section, which is all about people. We're going to learn some words that help us talk about big groups of people, specific kinds of individuals, and even some interesting ways people can be represented. Okay, this slide shows a really great contrast. On one hand, you have the electorate. This word means all the people who are allowed to vote. It's a huge group. It's inclusive. On the other hand, you have the elite. The elite is a small, exclusive group. You know, the richest, the most powerful, or the most skilled people. So think of it this way. Electorate is everybody. Elite is a special few. Now let's zoom in on two very different kinds of people. First, an emissary. This is a really official role. An emissary is a person sent by a government or a leader on a very important mission. Think of a diplomat. Then you have an epicure. An epicure's mission is all about pleasure. This is someone who just loves and has a deep knowledge of excellent food and drinks. One is on a political mission, the other is on a mission for flavor.
All right, an effigy. This one's interesting. An effigy is basically a model or a big dummy that looks like a person. But here's the key part. It's almost always made to be destroyed as a show of anger. You might see on the news that protesters made an effigy of a politician they're mad at, and then they burn it. It's a very public, very powerful way to show that you are not happy.
Okay, so we've covered words for people. Now, let's get into what those people feel. Our next section is all about powerful emotions, and we're covering the whole range, from total happiness to deep, dark hatred. Talk about polar opposites. First, we have elation. Elation is that feeling of pure, soaring joy. It's not just happy. It's like you're on top of the world, the feeling you get when you score the winning goal. And on the complete other end of the spectrum is enmity. Enmity is a deep, serious, long-lasting hatred between enemies. So you've got pure joy versus pure hate. These next two words are all about emotional connections. Empathy is such an important quality. It's the ability to truly understand what someone else is feeling. You're not just feeling sorry for them, you're feeling with them. Now, endear, that's a verb. It's something you do that makes other people love or like you. For example, a dog's playful antics can endear him to his new family. Now, this word describes a very specific, very deep kind of boredom. Ennui. This isn't just, I am bored for an hour. No, ennui is a heavy, tired feeling that comes from having zero interest or excitement in your life. It's a weariness of the soul, a feeling that nothing matters. It's pretty intense.
All right, on to our third section. This one is all about power, freedom, and control. The words we're about to look at describe how power is used, how it's given, and how people can be set free. These two verbs are both about freedom, but they work in different ways. To empower someone is to give them the power or the authority to do something. For instance, getting an education can empower you to create a better future. To emancipate, on the other hand, means to set someone free from the control of another person, like freeing slaves. So empower is about giving power, and emancipate is about removing someone else's control. Let's check out two more actions related to power. First, an embargo. This is a big one. It's an official order from a government to stop all trade with another country. It's used as a pretty serious political and economic weapon. To embroil someone is very different. This means to pull them into a messy fight, a complicated argument, or some kind of difficult situation. You really don't want to get embroiled in your friend's drama. Efficacy. This is basically a fancier, more scientific word for effectiveness. It's all about how well something produces the desired result. You'll hear this word a lot in science and medicine. For example, scientists need to test the efficacy of a new vaccine to prove that it actually works and protects people. Let's shift gears a bit. For our fourth group, we're stepping into the world of art,
words, and appearance. These words are all about creativity, communication, and how we present things to the world.
This slide shows two words you'll see used for speakers and writers. First, elocution. This is simply the art of speaking well in public, being clear, articulate, and persuasive. Now, embellish is a really important one because it has two key meanings. The first one is to decorate something, add little details to make it beautiful. But the second meaning is to add fake details to a story to make it more interesting or funny. So it can mean to decorate or to exaggerate. You gotta know both.
Here we have two terms from the world of literature. An elegy is a type of poem or song, and it's always sad. It's written to mourn and remember someone who has died. An epilogue is totally different. It's not a type of work, it's a part of a work. It's that short section you find at the very end of a book that jumps forward in time and tells you what happened to all the characters later in their lives.
This is a great word. If something is engaging, it's charming and attractive in a way that just grabs your attention and doesn't let go. A book can be so engaging that you stay up all night to finish it. A person can have an engaging smile, or you can have an engaging conversation where you totally lose track of time. It's a wonderful quality. And here we are at our final section. We're almost there. These last few words are all about processes, time, and form. So think about actions and what happens because of those actions. Let's finish strong. Okay, our first two words here connect ideas with results. To embody an idea or a quality means you are the perfect physical example of it. You could say that a firefighter embodies courage. They don't just talk about it, they are it. And then we have ensue. This is just a more formal way of saying to happen next or to follow as a result. For instance, after the team scored the final point, chaos ensued in the stadium. These next two are very strong verbs. To entreat is much more than just asking. It means to beg someone for something in a very serious, emotional, and urgent way. You're pleading with them. And to emaciate, this is a serious physical state. It means to become dangerously and abnormally thin, usually because of starvation or a terrible illness. One is an emotional action, the other a physical one. An epic isn't just any old period of time. It's a major, significant era in history that's defined by particular events or developments. You could talk about the Victorian epic in England or the Renaissance as an epic of incredible art and science. It's a huge chapter in the story of humanity. And just like that, we've done it. We have covered all 25 words. So take a second. How does it feel? Breaking a big, scary list into smaller, logical groups makes it so much more manageable, doesn't it? So there they are, all 25 words on one screen. What might have looked like a random jumble before now has structure, right? You have a mental map connecting these words by their meaning. They're now powerful new tools for your vocabulary. Keep reviewing them, try to use them, and you'll see how quickly they start to feel natural. Thanks so much for joining this explainer.